Good morning, A-Push. This is Mr. Lang here with a video for you guys about World War II. When we left for spring break, we were just getting into the Good War, as it sometimes is called, the sequel to World War I, the war that was supposed to end all wars. Now that we are in social distance learning, I figured it'd be a good time to give you a review over some key concepts for what the rest of Period 7 was, which is this war. The AP exam is going to be reformatted for you guys only to be about Periods 1 through 7. So you won't have to go beyond World War II into the Cold War or anything like that. So today's video, I want to start off by going over what's very important in U.S. history, and that is context. You can't do history properly without context. Context is crucially important. For this war in particular, the context is, of course, going to be the Depression. Now, it's important to note here that the Depression is global. It is not something that just impacts the United States. The entire world is suffering through a depression. This is what's going to lead to the rise of fascism. Remember, fascism is a totalitarian dictatorship government system. We're going to fall for a lot of demagogues across the world. Germany is going to elect Adolf Hitler. Benito Mussolini is going to create the fascist party in Italy, promising a return to the Roman Empire. Imperial Japan is going to very heavily militarize. We're going to have civil wars in Spain and in China between sort of fascist totalitarian versions of governments. Especially in China, you're going to have the choice of a nationalist dictatorship or a communist dictatorship. Very tough choice there for the Chinese people in this time period. The United States, again, is remaining neutral in this entire situation. The United States, after World War I, decided they're going to go back to isolationism. Everybody gets one. The rest of the world already got its one. We're not doing another one. We are going to be isolationists here, and that's going to allow this mess to happen in the rest of the world. This is the 1920s. Okay, while America's going through its roaring 20s, fascism and civil wars are starting out everywhere else in the world. I would say a very important date to note here for the global World War II, the global context, is going to be 1931. In 1931, Japan is going to invade or take Manchuria, which is a territory in northern China. They're going to go ahead and use this opportunity to invade, conquer, and set up a puppet regime, a puppet government. This is going to be a major insult to the League of Nations. The British and the French, they are the only allies remaining in terms of geopolitical circumstances. The United States, U.S., the USA is isolationist. We are minding our own business, and after 1929, we are minding our own problems. So while this is happening in the rest of the world, we're not going to really care about it. So let's move on to what happens next. British appeasement. British appeasement. British appeasement here is just basically going to be give Hitler what he wants to avoid a war. Hitler is going to be testing out the Treaty of Versailles. He's going to be trying to push the boundaries, see what he can get away with. He's going to end up taking the big prize here for Hitler. Is going to be, oh God, I'm going to misspell this. I already know. Czechoslovakia. Okay. He's going to want more and more of Czechoslovakia. He's going to want more and more of a military buildup. And the British are going to give him each little tiny piece that he wants. This is all throughout the 1930s. Throughout the 1930s, Hitler is going to be testing the tolerance of both Britain and France to see what he can get away with. It's like if you have a younger sibling and they just keep taking more and more out of the pantry, seeing what they can get away with from your parents without getting in trouble. That is what Hitler is doing, and he is getting away with everything. A big turning point here comes in 1939. 1939. Two very important things happen here. Important thing number one is we get a non-aggression pact. This is going to be between Germany and Stalin in the Soviet Union. 1939, they're going to sign a non-aggression pact. This means they are not going to attack each other. They have promised in a legally binding treaty document, and we've seen how Hitler respects those, we have seen they're not going to attack each other. And to prove they're serious about it, after signing this document, they're going to then split Poland. So geographically, if we were to have the Soviets over here in the east, Germany in the west, Poland as an independent country is right here between the two, and they're just going to push in. The Soviets will take Poland by the east. Germany is going to invade with their forces in the west. And what's important here about this German invasion of Poland is this is the tipping point. Okay, no longer is there going to be appeasement. Okay, 1939, Germany's invasion of Poland is the tipping point for England. England and France are going to declare war. Okay, England and France are going to declare war on Germany for this invasion of Poland. And this is going to be the official start of World War II. So it's really got its origins in 1931 with the Japanese invasion of Manchuria, but nothing gets officially declared internationally until 1939 when Hitler takes the western half of Poland.